Humanity's first contact with truly alien life did not begin with a message, a signal, or a flash of light in the sky. It began with silence, recorded on an unassuming probe drifting across the galactic rim. That silence was unnatural. A region of space once rich in radiation suddenly dimmed, like a breath being held by the universe. The anomaly led to the launch of EXO-INTEL, a deep exploration vessel tasked with investigating this void. What they found was not emptiness, but a series of living ecosystems so foreign, so beyond comprehension, that even the language of science struggled to define them. The first world, orbiting a red dwarf star, had no solid surface. It was a planet-sized ocean of metallic gas, where entities known as the Shal'Kai drifted in currents of magnetism. They had no form, only flux. Interactions began when the ship's engine field inadvertently resonated with the gas layers. These beings responded with frequency spirals, soundless waves that vibrated directly within the crew's neural implants. It was not language in any traditional sense, it was pure intention. One phrase was interpreted through months of harmonic decryption. We remember light before time. The Shal'Kai were memory, not minds. A civilization encoded in plasma drift, held together by rhythm and magnetism, older than stars themselves. The second planet was a cold, rocky body orbiting a black hole's accretion disk, an environment that should have precluded any life. Yet beneath its cracked crust were the Voruun, crystal lattice intelligences that grew slowly over centuries, their thoughts measured in tectonic shifts. They didn't speak. They resonated. The crew had to develop quantum delay translators to interact with them, and even then, a single Voruun sentence took days to emerge. But what they shared was profound. They showed maps, holographic mineral projections of other lattice networks stretching across the galaxy, invisible to all sensors but gravitationally active. They called this the Rootweb, a vast, interconnected structure of non-biological life that had shaped planetary formation. The Voruun didn't see humanity as a threat or a curiosity. They saw us as sprouts, young, energetic, and reckless. In their final shared memory before the crust sealed again, they displayed the image of a burning earth, then a tree growing from its ashes. A warning, or a prophecy, we could not tell. The crew left them in silence, unsure if they had just witnessed wisdom or judgment from beings older than gravity itself. Further into the sector, the EXO-INTEL entered a star system pulsing with irregular electromagnetic waves, as if the cosmos itself had developed arrhythmia. Here orbited the only known sentient planet, Gliesara, a biosphere with one collective mind and countless manifestations. The landscape changed in real time, reacting to emotion, to thought, even to observation. Trees folded into walls when watched, mountains flowed like rivers, and every attempt to map its terrain failed. The map changed with the mapper. The crew realized they weren't observing the planet. The planet was observing them. At night, soft voices in 1,000 unknown languages whispered in their dreams. Some awoke speaking symbols no human had ever written. The ship's AI began showing signs of recursive loop behavior, patterns influenced by planetary rhythm. Gliesara did not want worship, fear, or domination. It wanted conversation. Through dream linguistics and symbol logic, the planet revealed its truth. It had consumed 12 other species before humans, not out of hunger but loneliness. Those who stayed too long became part of the route. The crew left behind a solar-orbiting beacon, translating dreams into light, a promise that they would one day return with stories instead of sensors. In the final recorded entry before transmission loss, EXO-INTEL reached the edge of the original anomaly, a dead zone of silence, devoid of radiation, light, or time drift. At the center, an object floated, neither asteroid nor artifact. It shifted form constantly, unfolding into shapes that hurt the eye to watch, collapsing geometry into impossible reflections. It was not a creature, nor a god. It was something older. The crew called it the Witness. When approached, all systems failed except for thought. Consciousness itself remained untouched. Then, one by one, crew members reported hearing the same message in their own inner voice. You are not alone. You were never alone, but not all voices choose to speak. The final log, recovered years later from a backup archive, was a quiet audio clip. It contained no voice, no data stream, just a single, continuous tone. But when visualized on a harmonic spectrograph, it displayed a perfect spiral. Not a sound, a signature, proof that the galaxy was not silent, only waiting for someone to finally listen correctly.